I hate people positioning themselves as the victim. And how many times do you not see this, bro? Women on TikTok saying, this is really sorry only because I saw a comment, but of a woman on TikTok saying, and this comment got like 100,000 likes. It was a viral video, okay? Us women don't deserve the men of this generation. Is that I think word for word what she said. What she said. That is a load of baloney, bro. Okay, you women of this generation deserve exactly what you fucking get, and you men of this generation deserve exactly what you freaking get. And that is as a group, you know. Just to put it in perspective, bro. Sometimes you're in a group and the whole team, the rest of the team weighs you down. Okay, sometimes you're not even doing it. Like you're putting in your work, you're doing your due diligence, you're doing your part of assignment, you know, and you even chip in a little bit extra. You know, you even say, you know what, I'm doing this. I could also present it. You know, how many times have you not been in a group in school and you gotta do like slides or something, presentation, and you're like, you know what, I'll do this. And fucking, I even go up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you pull your weight and even more. But then the rest of the group just drags you down. Now, position that in a wider, like in a much bigger, wider group, a wider aspect. There are some really good men, out there. There are also some really bad men. You know, extremely bad men. You know, I know worse men. I know annoying men. I know female dog men. I don't think I could cuss too much in the beginning of videos because of YouTube. I know female dog type of men. I know cheating men who would literally cheat on their pregnant woman and like not feel any remorse about it because at least you guys nut off. But I also know annoying women. I also know mean women. I also know abusive women. I also know female dog women. I also know cheating women. Women who have the sweetest guy ever, the sweetest man ever, man. The sweetest guy ever. Buy her flowers and stuff every single week without a date missed. Will send her a long good morning paragraph and a long good night paragraph every single day, and he'll do it without question, and he'll do it without anything given back to him. He'll do it simply because he just loves his woman so good, and she'll still go out and she'll still cheat on the man. You know what I mean? That sort of happened to me. You feel me? Like I wasn't like the best because I was like very annoying in terms of the wanting her to like, you know, just expecting a lot from her and like being like overthinking a lot and shit like that. We were also long distance, so excuse my actions, you know. So stuff like that, right? And you still see a woman absolutely go, you know, go to the next dude, you know, think those thoughts and say, you know what, fuck that guy, man. I need some this or that in my life, you know. No remorse for the man. Basically what I'm saying is that although it isn't fair that the group as a whole drags you down, the group as a whole still gets what they deserve. Okay? Men of the past generation shaped the women of the past generation. Do you know why women of the past generation didn't like really speak up to men? Didn't really like, you know, didn't really stand for women's rights until a certain point, until they reached a certain breaking point? That's because if they did that, they're getting one of these. That's why they were complacent. That's why they just like let the man do whatever, you know. And if she was cheating, she had to be very secretive of it, and she would not dare to talk back to her man, because you know, and she would not dare like not give the man a home cooked meal. She would not dare to do anything. Why? Because back in the day, the men, you know, back in the day, just like today, the men shaped the women of that generation. All right, the men shaped the women of the past generation, or the past generation. You know how generations work is very complicated. But when I say the past generation, I mean like the 1900s. You know, when men of that generation shaped that women of generation to be complacent. You know, to really make sure that she better make. He doesn't care if she doesn't want to do it. He doesn't care if she's tired raising the children. you better cook that fucking meal, and you better cook it good. And when he wakes up, he better have a meal to go to work. And when he comes home, the house better be fucking spotless. And then when he talks to you, better not talk back. Because then you're getting one of fucking these. Do you understand? The women, the men, shape the women of that generation. And the women also shape the men. You get me? Because maybe that's why men are dirty, because the women were just doing all that shit. You doing all the cleaning, you know what I'm saying? Wiping the man's ass, basically. So then you raise, dirty ass men. And look, at the end of the day, do I feel like men, mostly for the majority, shape the women of the past generation? Yes, because men have the physical advantage. All right, at the end of the day, like, if you have the physical advantage, you could shape shit more, Like back in the day, it's not as frowned upon to like hit your women, and most women didn't speak out because then their man would hit them even harder, So it'd be on some like, if the woman tries to play like some emotional games like nowadays, the woman tries to be like, you know what, I'm gonna go talk to another man. I'm gonna go fuck your homeboy. She's not seeing the light of day. She's getting She's getting a straight. He's gonna do a little big. That's what's happening. If the woman says back in the day, I'm gonna go fuck with your homeboy. I'm gonna go fuck the shit out of your homeboy. I'm gonna go do tricks on your homeboy. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And just hook straight to the jaw. Okay, hook straight to the jaw. And when you're in the hospital, you better say you fell or you hit a pole, because guess what's gonna happen? Another one. I'm so sorry. But look, is what I'm saying valid? I feel like yes. Is that right? No. I don't like the fact that men use their physical advantages to just hurt women. Back in the days, nowadays it is more uncommon. Even nowadays it is. I don't like that. I don't like people using their like advantage just to like their advantage to like literally take advantage of people. That's some predatory shit. That's some weird shit. Okay, I don't like that, and I do not condone that shit. Even though, but I like to joke around about stuff. I have the dark sense of humor sometimes. So if you're mad about me making the joke, suck my penis, man. But yeah, and okay, now getting back serious on topic. The men of this generation, just as the women, are fucking cheaters. You know what I'm saying? And they made each other like that. Okay? The women probably got tired of the men going out to work and cheating on her and just coming home and expecting everything and just like and just like, if you cheat on me, I'm sucking. So guess what you did in order to retaliate? Oh, he's cheating. You know what? I'm gonna start cheating now. But he's not gonna find out. So the cheating man, at work, cheating, chatting it up, cracking his coworker booty cheeks. That man shaped that woman to be like, you know what, fuck you. I'm gonna go cheat. I'm gonna go cheat, and you're not gonna find out. Nobody's gonna find out. Only me and the man are gonna know. But I'm gonna go cheat because I'll be damned. You freaking you go fuck your coworker, and I know about it, but I can't really do nothing because I'm financially tied to you, and this and that and etc. So then that shaped the woman to start cheating. You know what I'm saying? And then just a whole ton of other shit. But now in this generation, the women cheat, the men cheat. Okay? And then you just have to find the good eggs that don't really fall under the basket and actually respect people who are actually raised right. Not everybody's like that. But I'm just saying, like, as a group as a whole, that is what be happening, because it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. The men fuck up the women, but then the women fuck over the men. And now today, both groups are shitty. As a man, to be honest, sometimes I be thinking it's like, damn, man, damn, bro, women are shitty, But then I think back, it's like, you know what? I've seen some men do some terrible things. If I'm being real, I've seen some men do some terrible, terrible, terrible things. So everybody sucks. Literally everybody sucks. You know, both groups messed each other over. And because of that, the male group, deserve the woman group who most are cheaters, and then you have to filter out, so you filter out filter out the ones who are good, and the women deserve the men who are cheaters. You know what I'm saying? And then the men who are mostly cheaters, and then filter out and find the one who's good. So yeah, that's literally the video. You know, you deserve what you get. You know, in terms of men to female, female to men, you deserve what you freaking get. You women deserve what you get. So that women in the comments, shut up. You're dumb. You're stupid. And if a man tries to make the same point, also tell them to shut up because they're also dumb. Hope you have a good one.